Hey folks, it's July 15th, coming back at you with my big gap-toothed self. Talk a little bit about music and whatever else is on my mind today. A couple of videos back, I was wearing an RAF t-shirt. It's one of the bands I'm in, punk rock. Some folks expressed interest in ordering them. Not set up for orders just yet. There will be a website soon, and when Kelly from the band has it ready for ordering, I will pass on the information here. Thank you for your interest. Let's talk a little bit about music and whatever else pops up in my head. Since I've talked to you folks, I haven't. I've gotten some records from some people. But I've been busy. My job has really increased in when I get busy, I get busy. Okay, and I keep learning more things about what I need to do for my job, and so it's taken time, and it has kind of been busy with a lot of stuff. So, okay, let me just show you what's in my pile, and when I get to something new, I'll tell you about it. Last thing I played on vinyl was Frontline Assembly, Gashed Senses and Crossfire. Electronic, industrial, kind of hard electronics. I was really into this band back in the late 80s and 90s, and this is still my favorite by them, this particular one. Just coming off of a big Deep Purple jag. One of the best bands ever. Deep Purple and rock. This is just a killer rock album. Speed King, the way it starts out. Just everything about the band is just tops. With that in mind, I watched a couple documentaries about them and then listened to Made in Japan. Yeah, this is one of the best live albums, in my opinion, too. I agree. This is one of the best live rock albums ever made. The band is just so confident. That's just the word. The band is just so confidently jamming and rocking. This is a great album. Deep Purple, Made in Japan. Recently, I got a late birthday present from friends in Athens, Georgia. And one of the albums they sent me was this album by Memory Tapes. Grace Confusion. This came out a few years ago, but they just sent me a brand new copy of it. Turns out that they're friends with Davey Hawk, who is Memory Tapes. I have not met Davey, but my friends Dave and Madeline know him. So they sent me a copy. I love this. This is somewhere between shoegaze, progressive rock, and electronic music. This is really good. I like this a lot. There's even a pop element to it. Memory Tapes. Since I make a little money, I'm back to picking away at buying records when I can, when there's something I really want. And Almost Music has had this in the store for a while. I bought the other Goblin album and waited to get this one. Non Hasano. Goblin. Italian band who did a lot of soundtrack albums. Great music. Somewhere between fusion and prog, and with a distinct sound of their own. Goblin. Yesterday I received a package from James in Manchester. He goes by Charlie Parker on Facebook, but his name is James. James, when you see this, thank you so much. Someone that it turned out I had a connection to and didn't even know it. A fan of my music before I was online. He had discovered my band Digital Sex back in the 80s. And then made the connection that that's who I was once he found my videos. Anyway, we're good friends, even though we've never met. But he sent me Loop, A Gilded Eternity, an Italian pressing of this album. I really liked Loop. Loop, very psychedelic from the 90s, late 80s, 90s. Psychedelic. They do a great cover of a Can song. I was really happy. I had this on CD. Great to get it on vinyl. Let me see if I can pull it up. He sent me 2 records. Sent me this 12-inch also, this 12-inch single. Appliance D4 with the remixes by Creedler, Pole, Tarwater, and to Rococo Rot. And I like this. Again, like with any genre, certain aspects of a style will age. So there's elements of electronica on here that sound kind of dated, but most of this is really pretty cool. I just really thank you, James, and everyone else who send me music. Just thank you. I had this out and played this as well. Frontline Assembly's Isolate. It's a 12-inch single. Still like that. From my Big Actual collection, a double sampler called New Thing with tracks by everyone from Sun Ra to Archie Shepp to Don Cherry. So I was just playing this to be playing it. I just love all those artists. And this label, I'm almost have everything on the Actual label. Almost. Here's the other album that was sent to me by my friend Madeline Adams. This is one of her albums, Madeline Black Velvet. I met her years ago opening for her before I knew her, and then it turns out that she ended up dating a friend of mine in Atlanta, Dave. I predict they'll get married. This is very personal music, and it's like personal pop music. There's kind of a sunny quality to it. I'm not real versed on the Cat Powers, and so I don't know who to compare her to. I like this, though. Madeline, Black Velvet. We'll keep going. So, of the stuff that was given to me, I have not gotten back to the hip-hop. It just doesn't hold my interest. I'm really not interested in the talk, you know. But let me just keep showing stuff that I got out. My band, RAF, one of the guys in the band is Dan Stewart. He has a band called Hand Painted Police Car. And they just put out this CD. It's actually, they're giving it away at shows. But it turns out this is really quite good. Punk rock, you know, kind of punk pop. Power punk pop, I would call it. Hand Painted Police Car, out of ideas. Yeah, they're doing a take on the Minor Threat album cover. Another fan gave me this DVD of Fugazi and these bands live when they played in Omaha. I missed this show at the Radio Hall in '89. I don't know why I didn't go, but now I have it. I have a document of it. Been getting into Meshuggah. So I was playing Nothing. I only have one of their albums on vinyl, and this is the it's kind of a deluxe package with a lenticular card and a DVD. Meshuggah, progressive metal, I guess. They're just amazing. That's all I need to tell you, is they're just amazing. You know, also I want to show you that Charlie Parker also gave me a book. The book by Wolfgang Fleur, formerly of Kraftwerk, I Was a Robot. I just started to read this yesterday, and it's very personal. He's telling you, giving you a lot of information. He really wants you to know where his mind is at. That I like about this book. I'm going to take my time reading it. Well written. Not what you would necessarily expect. It's very personal. Kind of cool. I listened again to some of those singles, Kyle, that you gave me, and on second listening, I like the Hail Social. This is on blue vinyl. One side of this is stronger than the other. I can't remember which one it is, but it's the A side or not. That one got spun again, really like it. Another one that got spun again that I really like is The Woods. I really like this. Thank you, Kyle. Thank you very much. I do appreciate things. I don't always have time. Some other things sitting out here, since I want to talk about music, I will devolve into whatever else is on my mind, if I do. I have a few of these 3-inch CDs in Japanese long boxes. I picked these up while I was in Japan in '94. I've never seen them anywhere else but in Japan. But 3-inch CDs with these long boxes that they come in. Apparently, not apparently, but you can break the box down and fold it up. But I like keeping them long like this. This is Peter Gabriel's Digging in the Dirt single. Another one I have is by Akiko Yano, Bakabon by Akiko Yano. Those happen to be sitting out. My project with Carol Rogers is coming along. The singer who was with Sergio Mendes. I had this album out last Sunday while we were rehearsing because her older brother, Ron Beck, plays organ on this album. Do It Now by Clifford Coulter. Some funky jazz. Yeah. Folks who know about that one. So, to talk a little further, I have listened to Death Grips. I have given Death Grips a complete listen. And I like the power and the punkness. Death Grips is very punk to me. And when I listen to them and I listen to the voice as an instrument, it really works. I don't know what he's going on about, and I don't care. You know, that's the thing about why hip-hop isn't connecting with me, because I'm not listening to your words, you know. Part of me kind of has an attitude, like, I don't care. It's like you're probably saying something stupid. Death Grips, I don't know what they're talking about. I don't. But the punishing, that's the word. The pummeling, punishing rhythms and sounds that they use, I like a lot. Very punk rock. Very in your face. Yeah, I would bother to go see them live. That would probably be quite an experience to go see Death Grips live. I had mentioned to you that I knew about Zach Hill as a drummer already. So I pulled this and kept it out and played it. The Devil Isn't Red. Hella. He is a hell of a drummer. Quite the percussionist. Another jag that I'm just coming off of is some Cocteau Twins. Treasure. What a gorgeous album. 4AD at their finest in this period. It's out, but I haven't played it. I will, though. Garlands. I still have Cocteau Twins' very first album, which is more raw. It's really good, though. Massive Attack. Teardrop with Elizabeth Fraser from Cocteau Twins. 12-inch remix single. Every remix, as well as the main version. Just some of the finest music to ever be made. Victoria Land. Again, another gorgeous, dreamlike album by Cocteau Twins. Just fantastic. Just fantastic. A few days before that, I had a moment to get to play some prog. So I played Alpha Taurus. I still remember getting this from Andrea Della Piana in Italy. Had been wanting this album for ages. It's very collectible. Originals are very expensive. This is a reissue on yellow vinyl. Thank you again, Andrea, if you see this. Excellent keyboard-driven progressive rock. Mastodon. I got this copy through the VC. John McRae gave this to me. It's autographed. Leviathan. Excellent. Excellent progressive heavy metal. Love these guys. My friend Dave, who gave me the memory tapes, Madeline albums, who I think is going to get married to Madeline, remembers these guys from high school down in Athens. They weren't in the same clique, but he was on friendly talking terms with the guys from Atlanta in Mastodon. Small little world. I love little shit like that. And this takes me back to, okay, I don't know if I showed this. About a week ago, I was down at Hip Stop Records with Jesse from the VC, and he told me, you probably want to stop by Goodwill. They had some stuff there. I got what I could, but there was a couple things that I didn't recognize. Usually there's nothing left, but this time there was. Marion Siegel with Silver Jade. Fly on Strange Wings. This is a folk rock album. 70s. This is really a good one. Got this for 99 cents. It's a white label promo. It's not worth a lot. It's maybe worth 20 to 30 bucks, but it's a really good album. That's what I'm really happy about, is to find in very decent shape a promo at Goodwill of a good collectible music album. It's been a long time since this has happened, so I was real happy to get this. I highly recommend it for those that like anything from Judy Collins to Sandy Denny. Okay. So to kind of wrap up, because I don't know how much longer I'll go, I'll let folks know about the RAF t-shirts as soon as it's organized and online. Kelly, the lead singer of the band, is making the t-shirts, and he works full-time and has a family, so he'll get it together as he can. As you know, I've been really trying hard to express myself in a way that's clear, concise, and easily understandable. And even with that, it appears it's, someone attempted to have a problem with something I said in my last video. I left it on there. The person said, this will probably get deleted. But, I left it up and responded to it, and I'm saying something now because I may be misinterpreting this, but I want to talk about the comments a little bit, a couple comments. Matter of fact, I'm going to pull it up and read it, okay, because I am on a mission here. This is real, folks. This illusion of division really needs to be broke down. We just have more reasons to try to get along than to not. And I'm just real focused on that. There's just, the things that we have that are different, it's like it's been used against us. It's like, what am I trying to say? Some of you understand what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say it's a new day, and we have got to try to operate on a higher level. So a couple of comments here. Yes, so my friend Joe Robertson expresses concern that people are just trolling me. And my response to him was that if we want better, we have to show how we want it to be better. And I'm willing to teach, and before that I said, I've decided to do what I think is best. I see these people as people, not trolls. People that come by and leave weird, funky comments or angry comments, they need help. And that's what I'm here to do. Let me see if I can find this other comment, or if it's gone already. Well, here's one by someone who goes by Fluffy Boyny 87. This is what he says. Dereck, I know you are operating on a higher conscience, so I hope you can see that all these shootings are nothing but psyops created by the CIA, from Sandy Hook to Charleston. Their aim is to push political agendas from gun control to ramping up racial tension. Please don't take my word for it and research it for yourself. Come to your own conclusion. Yes, I've done some research. I can only get to a certain point. But the idea that all this could be planned out and psyops, like he says, like it's all being done to us, I can see that very easily. And I've seen it in the past, psyops. I do. So that's, I can see that. Let me see if I can, I wonder if we took that down, because it was like, I want to read it because it's like,
Hey, BC, what's going on?
I'm always trying to learn. Excuse me.
My punk rock band, we finally got t-shirts.
I'm always trying to learn how to do this better. Speak my mind better. Okay, come on, computer, work with me. I want to see this message. Looks like he might have gotten rid of it. How about that? Well, the person. No, let me go further. That might be the wrong video. Just bear with me, folks, because again, I am really attempting to be part of the solution. Someone else sent me a link to. Have you seen Juakti live? Yeah, I have. I've seen them live on video. So I think it's my last video. I'm going to try one more time, folks. Please bear with me. I thought it was. I just want to comment on it to see if what I was perceiving is there, because the person obviously watches me, so they can come back and tell me if I'm not interpreting their comment correctly. One thing I want to keep saying is that I don't have any ill will towards anyone that writes, well, anyone, okay? Someone says, I respect what you're trying to do here. I think that person took their comment down. It was something to effect that where I said this a couple times, where if you have the good life and you're living in the middle of the lap of luxury, and I did say, use the word generally speaking, I'm referring to, the great white way of the Western world, then it may be hard for you to see some of the things I'm saying. The comment that I read appeared to allude to being annoyed with me making that comment, So it's kind of like, it's like he was saying, oh yeah, I live in the lap of luxury, yeah, right, all white people. Of course I'm not saying that. And the thing is, that's why I work hard at trying to say what I'm saying, because if you listen to what I'm saying, I'm just expressing my views, and there's nothing to get upset about. It's like you really have to want to be upset with me to be upset, because I'm not doing anything to upset you. The upset, I say, when people watch my videos and something triggers them or they don't like it, it's coming from them, not me. I'm talking my perspective from what I see, which I'm going to continue to do. It's valuable. It's helpful. The conversations I'm having on Facebook are valuable. The latest threads that I've had regarding politics, where I just have come out and said, okay, I'm not into politics, but I will be voting for Bernie Sanders because it's so obvious the Bushes and the Clintons do not represent people. They represent corporations and the 1%. That's just real obvious to me. Very obvious to me. Not just from the news, but from personal experience regarding the government and other things, where I can see very clearly their agenda. So I'm saying it on my Facebook page, yeah, I'll vote for Bernie, even though he's not just another politician, but at least he's saying that he'll represent the people. He won't, if he were able to get into office, he already knows he can't do anything. The 1% have it and they're going to keep it. But I'm coming more forward with expressing my concerns and my opinions everywhere, and also guiding the conversations, because what typically happens is that political conversations devolve into arguments and sniping. And I'm saying clearly here, as well as on Facebook, folks, I thought we were adults. We're supposed to be adults. We're supposed to be able to talk to each other calmly and clearly. And that's what I'm trying to establish here. We can say our piece, and we don't have to agree, but we don't have to berate one another or childishly put each other down like all the politicians are doing. They're all acting very immaturely. It's like, to me, it flabbergasts me that anyone... Well, we have to take them seriously because they have the reins of control and they're destroying the country. But to take seriously the lies that they're constantly saying, it's like, I'm not having it, and I'm just calling them out. And in my threads on Facebook, when people start to get snippy and nasty, I'm saying, okay, you need to calm down. You didn't have to call that person retarded. I will delete your comments. We need to be talking about this, but we have to raise the bar and stop loosing our emotions on one another. We're supposed to be mature adults. Come on, people. It looks like a lot of people. Put it like this. This is why I don't like to drink, and why when I play shows, I play and I leave. People just are embarrassingly childlike in when they drink and in bars. People look embarrassingly stupid and childlike, as the more they drink, the dumber they look and the dumber they act. And we're coming off of a few generations where this has just been increasing, the college frat good guy times. Oh, it's just a joke. Oh, this is cool. You know what needs to be cool, or what I propose we make cool again, is being cool, being nice, being intelligent, being smart, having deference to other people and differences, and showing a bit of intelligence. Wouldn't that be cool instead of all this dumb cool? Dumb became cool a long time ago, and it's time for that page to turn, because the world has got dumbed down to a science. That's enough of that shit. And what I'm saying is that the Bushes and the Clintons and most of the politicians are playing us for dumb. So yeah, vote, people. I don't think that Bernie Sanders can do anything, but at least he's saying his message is on point, so I'll vote for him. All I'm doing is expressing my opinion. There is nothing here to be getting upset about. Nothing. If you get upset about something, ask yourself, what is it? Here's a guy talking on the screen. He didn't do nothing. So what is it? If my videos inspire you, boy, I'm happy about that. If they antagonize you or upset you, examine it. I'm just a human being expressing himself. What is there to be bothered about with that?